Hey, do you remember a few years ago they found out, I think maybe I'm screwing the story up, but they found out basically that the NSA was taking pictures of people who were using Yahoo, all of them, every 5 seconds with their camera phone, and how they found out is the people who worked at the NSA were passing around naked pictures of people that they were collecting. Like, they were basically curating the pictures with, like, the best sex shit, the best, like, stuff. Is it safe to assume that's a true story, right? I remember that, right?
I haven't, I'm not familiar with the story, but it certainly doesn't surprise me. Doesn't sound unusual. That sort of thing has happened in not just the government, but private companies, and it's yeah.
Do you think it's safe to assume? Do you think it's safe to assume, without being a weirdo, that your phone is always listening to you and capable of taking pictures of you, like, at all times? Like, if you're watching porn on your computer, should you or on your phone, should you just assume someone's watching you?
The sort of the whole porn watching hygiene thing, I would guess, yeah, that's probably a good. I don't know that much about that side of the cyber hacking world, but I would not be a bit surprised if that's a. There's a famous picture of Zuck from years ago sitting in front of a computer, and you can see that he's got like a tape over the camera of his desktop.
Yeah.
And people look at it like, wait, why has he got a, oh, wait a second. You mean you can't turn your camera off? You know what? Maybe you can't turn your camera. But
what about your phone listening to you? Like, one time, I'll never forget, one of my friends was getting into koi fish. And I never searched koi fish on my phone, but we talked about it a lot for like a month. And all of a sudden I was getting ads on Instagram to sell me koi fish. And
yeah.
like,
I mean,
wow, this is fucking wild. I never searched anywhere. I never bought anything with my credit card. And I was like, maybe this thing is listening to me.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it is listening to you. There's
like, of course it is. Don't be an idiot. It has a microphone. Like, why would it not be listening to you like that? Like, it's not even nefarious. It's like, dude, you carry around this thing with a camera and a microphone, and you don't think it's like looking at you? People on the other end.
We a lot of times we kind of focus on. Yeah,
look, even my mom remembers that photo of Zuck. Jesus, wow, Mom, I don't want you knowing stuff like this. Go do something. Jeez Louise. Jeez. Yeah. I'm asking for a friend, the porn question. No, I just think now I just assume at all times that, like, hey, anything I look on my phone, I'm like, or anything I'm doing on my phone, I'm like, are you okay? Are you at peace with the whole world knowing you just did this?
So Roger McNamee was an early investor in Facebook, and he has this firm called Elevation Partners, and he's a really smart investor, and was early in Facebook, and he kind of had a come to Jesus moment a number of years ago, where he basically said, look, this is dangerous. The way this whole Facebook thing is working, there's a lot of bad things that are going on. So he wrote a book called Zucked, and part of one of the things he was talking about is, we're worried about tech following us around, and is the phone listening to us? And other people talk about this as well. Yeah, it is, but everything is tracking you. Like, the phone you carry around, and it has all kinds of sensors on it. It knows when you're standing. It has biometrics. It knows how much you're moving around. It knows where you are. It knows what things you're searching for. Sure, have a conversation about koi fish. There might be other things in your behavior online that indicate that koi fish is something that might be interesting to you, and it all comes together. Oftentimes, our behavior, can be a really fertile hunting ground for prediction about the things that we want. So then we see stuff online all the time, and we're like, I definitely was thinking about that, and now I'm seeing an ad, because all of that data that leads into that decision about wanting to talk about, the koi pond, maybe it's from that, but it could be from other sources of surveillance, from the phone, from conversations that you're having, from other exchanges. It's all being tracked in one way or another. So unless you basically tell all of these services, look, you can't, just don't send my data to advertisers. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get these weird moments where, oh wait, they're surveilling me. Well, of course they're saying they're surveilling you. They're personalizing your experience.
Could a store buy, let's say they're geolocating me, right? My phone, I know my phone's following me around because like Waze, maps choosing best directions for me. My phone used to tell me, like, every time I got in my car, my phone would know where I was going, and it would say you're 15 minutes away from, somehow it had figured out. I don't know if it was off my calendar or what. And I'd be like, wow, this is pretty wild. But so you're saying that basically the local grocery store could get data that knows that I drive by it every day at 3:00, and then somehow they ping me a message, hey, we're having a sale on bananas, and they know from my credit card that I have kids and I purchase bananas. You're saying it can get like to that granular?
Oh my God. So one of the largest and most effective data brokers on planet Earth it's a captive business within a supermarket. Kroger has a business called 8451, which is essentially a really, really sophisticated data broker. So they're one of the largest, companies in the US. They're 1, 2, or 3 in terms of retail. Like chances are if you're buying apples at a store today, 50% chance you're going to be doing it in one of their stores. You go to Ralph's, you're going to use the promotion because you have to use the promotion. You know what I mean? You got to have the number in there. Otherwise, it's like, wait a second, everything's 30% more if I don't use the code. So give me the QR code. That's on my phone. So what does that mean? I've got the app. Well, what does the app mean? Unless I really know what I'm doing with my privacy controls, they know exactly where I am within the store while I'm in the store.
Wow.
Oh, must be, you know what? It's obviously Monday because Tom's in the aisle trying to buy, taco
more
shells.
Heavy cream. He ran out of heavy cream on Monday, and
it's Taco Tuesday's coming up. Taco Tuesday's coming up. And he goes,
Taco Tuesday, yes.
But we knew he was only going to buy one thing of taco shells because last week he bought 2. They'll know what aisle you're in when you're. That's the kind of geolocation that's available to them, and the amount of. I haven't checked their website in a while, but they have data enrichment and predictive capabilities that are breathtaking, really. You think about that, like you go to your grocery
Starbucks store. I guess Starbucks used to do that to me too. They used to tell me if I was close to a Starbucks store, I would just get a notification. Hey, we're close to you.